Welcome to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're going to continue my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. Now this time we're really going to get into meat of it because we're going to build our very first train line! Yes, let's go! Now we're going to be doing a fuel cargo train line for Xemix Oil City. And because this is called Oil City because there's a lot of oil options here. So how do you make fuel? So you start off here with crude oil, and you need to turn it with a 2-to-1 ratio into normal oil, and then in the refinery you turn the normal oil into fuel in 1-to-1 ratio. Now with oil, crude oil and fuel, there's one very big benefit, and that's you can use the same wagon for it. For example, if you're turning, let's say, stone into construction material, you need two different types of wagons. So the huge benefit is that we could just have one train doing it all. So we've got a couple of options. We could go through this there, then this way, then stop somewhere here in the Xemix Oil City, and then go back and have one train doing it. But because of the 2-to-1 ratio, it would go full this path up, and then all of this, it would go half empty. Another option would be to have a train going this way that would go full from here to here, then half empty like this and back. So it's kind of similar, except it's a bit more like, let's say, straight line. Alternatively, we could have like two trains. Essentially, we could have one train, for example, going from here to here, and then a shorter train that would, let's say, take this sort of half path, but it could be like shorter, smaller, and would kind of go in this little triangular shape. And the third option would be that we would have one train going here to there, and then down here to Xemix Oil City, so to go full there and half empty back. But you might say, well, Xemix Oil City take fuel, not this oil, right? Yes. So we'd have like a big train going there full, half back, and then a half train, like small train, would just go this way back and forth, and would take full amount of crude oil, or no, sorry, of normal oil here, and then fuel back. And I think that's probably the best decision. I think it could be interesting. We could do the like three-way with this oil, but I don't know. I think it might be more fun to just try to connect it up this way. So that's how we are going to do it. So in order, now that we've come up with that, we need to start building our... I'm gonna let it go on slow because we should start fairly quickly make money with these little cargo stations. So Celtic Range is already making a lot. Xemix Oil City should start getting positive fairly soon, and then Xemix Oil City and Celtic City should make money as well. So while we're kind of preparing for this, we should do that. Now, something you want to always look at is whether at these little, at this control lines, so that you can see if this is flat or not. Now, we couldn't have it pretty flat, which is quite good, but you might not have it very flat. That's something to keep an eye out on. So let's start by building our train station. And we want to choose between a terminus station, so you can only go in from one direction, or these kind of like a regular station where you can go in from two directions. Now I think we might later want to move something like down there or something. Actually, like towards this. This might later need fuel as well. So I think we're going to have like a two-way direction. Now I'm probably going to place it somewhere over here. Let's say so we can go straight towards there. So I think we'll place it like so. And then we need to connect it with the street towards this refinery, or whatever this is called. Oil well, yes. Now when you click on this, or when you start building it, if you have the street already ready, it will light up the oil well. This is very important because that means that the cargo from this train station will be automatically transferred to the oil well, and you do not need to have any sort of like a cargo carriage that would kind of move it around. It just kind of goes automatically. Okay, then we're going to build the train tracks later. Next up, we want to have connection here towards Xemix Oil City, so we're going to build another one of these train stations. Let's go with, I think we'll go with this one. Now how, we'll go like so. Here we're going to have a cargo depot, so it's okay. Later we'll probably connect it like this, but I'm going to do the connection after it's built, not right now. And then we want to add another connection here. We want to kind of figure out where we want to place this. Now we might want to do something like a terminus and do it sort of like, yeah, that's pretty far down. We want to kind of aim it in the direction that it's good for this and good for this as well. And we're going to want to have 2 tracks. This I guess would work. I would like it to be a bit closer so we don't have to go as far off. Maybe like, well actually, yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea that as far off so we can have like a softer turn with the tracks. Alright, so I've kind of repaid my debt, but now we need to borrow money again. So let's borrow, let's say like, I don't know, 3 million. So we're back to 5.5 million, which is honestly not much. So we started off with 5 million, so it's only like half a million extra. So let's do the double track. I think we'll go like so. Like that. Now we're going to connect it with the track. So we want to go from the inner top down. Now, I always like to first sort of set it up like this and say, okay, this would cost me 200,000. But it creates sometimes these little strange sort of like slight holes and sort of these like a very tiny hills. And I don't think it's necessary. We're going to try to do it ourselves. This is a fairly flat terrain, so it's fine. And you can see that it kind of changes how much it costs. And we're going to try to make sure that we pay less than the 200 it was offering to us. So if we do 11,000, I could do another, let's say 20,000. So that's 30 already. And if I try to connect it up, oh, actually that was kind of, it wasn't a hill. If I connect it up now, it's actually not great. Add another 7,000 here, so of like, I think 40 or something. But see, it's already a little bit cheaper. Just because we did a bit of the connection ourselves. Let's go a bit more in. Here, how about now? I want to connect like so. Straight in here. I think it's because the road is going down. We might actually do it differently. I might actually destroy the bits of the road, just a little bit. And we're going to try to connect it up in a sort of like a nice way, because it doesn't need to be like any kind of like a going down or up or anything like it. We can just go like straight through. Like this. Now we can connect the road again. And I think we saved up a little bit of money as well. This is already better. Don't you think? I think it looks a bit nicer. Okay. That was our first train track. That was very good. And now we need to connect it down here as well. Now this is fairly simple. We'll just create a straight up train track. I think we can just go straight. We'll see. 73,000. Yeah, I think there's nothing to talk about here. If I try to do it myself, I don't think it's going to be any cheaper. No, let's just do it straight. Okay, that was good. Was it good? Oh, we're gonna stick to it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so we've got our first train over here, and then we want to have the second line between these two. I'm going to take this oil there and then bring it back. So we want some sort of how do we want to do this? Another one of these. And I'm thinking, I don't think it's gonna be a terminus here. I think I'll do like a regular turn station, maybe like so. It doesn't need to be a two-way, just like a one-way. Yeah, I think this would be alright. Add the track like so. 157,000. I don't think we can do it cheaper. Seems pretty good to me. Let's do it. Now the number you saw there, 120, I can actually show it to you like if I just do like a little bit of extra. This number, it's telling you the maximum speed. So you start with trains that have like maximum speed of like 30, so it's not really going to help you out much, or 40. But later on it's going to be pretty important. So let's build my very first depot, train depot I should say, and we are going to start this off. Now we're going to build a depot, let's say, I don't know, like this. You might just want to build a depot, I don't know, this way. And we'll connect it track-wise with this. And also Now, because there's this little cross here, we are going to probably need to add some sort of a signal. So if we're going in like this, we want to make sure that we kind of stop and allow the other train to go in. Allow this train to cross it a bit easy. Now, it would be easier if it was a two-way, but you get it. Also, we should add a signal here. The train might be... Now, the train, it has to be here, because if we placed it here and the train was too long, it would be kind of blocking this spot, so we don't want to do that. Okay. That's fine. Now, we're going to start off by setting up a new line. So our first line is going to be just between these two things. And this is called... This is going to be train, F, because it's freight. So it's going to be TF, and then we're going to, it's actually oil to fuel in Xemex Oil City. Oil to fuel Xemex Oil City, okay? And then we're going to have the second connection here, and this is this way. In this particular order, because we're taking the crude oil there, and this is going to be TF as well, crude oil, fuel, and also Xemex Oil City. Okay, very good. And then here we're going to need to create like a street connection. Let's go like that, I think, just straight through. Seems good. A connection like that? I think it did. No, it needs to create kind of like a path. There, yeah, it's good now. So we can kind of take up stuff from that. And we're going to need to set up, I think, a track station. So again, when you're placing the track station, just look at whether it highlights the train station. So it doesn't need to be especially close. It can, for example, be here, and it will just automatically grab it from the train station up into this cargo station, and then it will also automatically supply this area over there. Now, so that you don't have to place this sort of big station everywhere in the city, you have this sort of truck unload stop that you can use. So I'm going to place the truck unload stop. Only this part of the city needs fuel, so I'm going to place it, I think... I'm going to place it there, and then maybe, let's say, here on the way back. It's already taking it up, but in case we have like more industry in this general area, I just want to have a bit more stops. And we're going to actually we should buy the truck for later, because latest, because we first need these little train lines. So let's start off with our first train. So we currently have only one option for locomotives, this Russian class V Type 1. So we're going to buy that. And then as for the wagons, we can pick a tank car, because that takes all the oil we need. Now it has capacity of 7. So this is kind of like the biggest like train. We're starting with that first. That should have the highest capacity. So let's look at this. And you can see as we add more tank cars, the price changes obviously, and then here this changes. This is like a power rating. Currently we have mediocre, which means that at flat terrain, which is what we have, so we need to look at that. In order to achieve the maximum speed, it's going to take us 52 seconds or 276 meters. And then we go at the fastest speed. So a couple of things to look at when you're doing kind of that is, first of all, this kind of distance between stations. So it takes a while to sort of speed up between stations. If the stations are really close, then like the speed up is not that important, because for example, you get to 30 here, but to 30 kilometers here, and then you're going to immediately have a stop. So I think that's, you don't have to worry about that much, but this is kind of a distance. We'd like to go at 30 kilometers here if possible. So currently we're at mediocre, which means that it takes us 92 seconds or 400 meters to get to that speed. So let's add a bit more. And the trade-off, of course, is that we have much higher capacity. So this would jump us to poor. So right now this would be 456 meters to the fastest speed. This would be 500. I think we might go for, let's say, let's try it like this. Or you know what, let's do one 70 capacity. This is kind of like a poor quality, so it's not the best. If it was like a medium or high, like if there were some stops, it would be really bad. But on the flat, it's 677 meters. I think that would be okay. We'll try that. 70 capacity. And we're gonna do this, we're gonna buy it. And I'm not gonna set it up on the train just yet. And then I want a new train, so I'm gonna buy one over here. And here we just need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need any more because we actually can't take any more. Then later on we want to take a look at like how long does it take each train to take the time, and then we might add some cargo depending on that, but we don't know that right now. So I'm gonna buy this cheaper one as well. Actually, we don't have the money. We need to borrow a little bit more money. Let's do it. Borrow about 1 million. And we're going to buy. Oh, it's gone now. Okay, I'll do it again. And we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And we'll set up the train to the right line. So the shorter one is going to oil fuel, this upper one, and this second one is going to the lower one. And now, pause. The doors open and we can see our very first train. This is our biggest train. Look at it coming, and it's sort of making, you know, using its horns, telling us hello over here. And you can look at this beautiful driver there. I can't really see these beautiful, but I'm sure he is. Over there. And you get these little tank cars. This is the one that goes to the right. It's kind of like the shorter one. You can see it going over there. And this, the big one. Now this is waiting because of the signal. So actually you can see it here. As soon as this one moves past the signal, the second one is going to start moving in. And the way the signals work is that the trains understand in which directions they go. And they go in if their path is clear. So like the whole part where they have the signal. So because the signal was here, it had to kind of go past the signal, and then this path was clear. I can go through. So we're gonna drive with this train. I'm gonna go with double speed because we're gonna go a bit faster. And look at how many trains we have, and we're gonna watch actually how fast we kind of speed up, so that we can decide if it's actually a good idea for us to. Okay, why? Oh. Wait, oh, did I set up on the wrong train line? I thought you were supposed to go... Oh, I set up on the wrong train line. Okay, you're supposed to go with the crude oil. Okay. My mistake. So we gotta turn you around. Tell it to go back to the depot. And once it's back in the depot... Actually, only once it's here. It doesn't even need to go to the depot. So once it's a little bit longer, about... Now, that was a silly mistake on my part. I'm going to set it up to go to the crude oil line. And now it's going to start moving properly. So now it's going to move in the direction it's supposed to go. And now we can drive with it. I think we'll go with the fastest speed. Look at this incredibly beautiful train. It's insane how beautiful it is. Oh no, I want to check the speed, right? Okay, so we're going in the fastest speed here. Yeah, I think it was a good idea that the thing we because we already had the fastest speed. We're gonna go a little bit slower here because remember we're kind of over on our cars. That's why it's important to make sure that you have as little slopes as possible and you don't do any kind of unnecessary jumps up and down. But it's okay that we're slowing down because we're going to the station here anyway, so we would have been slowing down either way, so I think it's okay. Move through here. Look at that, look at that! You've got this little bear running in. Oh my god! Bear! Into XMXO City East. Did you see that? That was amazing. Getting attacked by bears. This poor train. Like, this guy on the train must have been terrified. Like, oh my god, there are bears coming at me. They're coming at me. Somebody help. Oh, right. Also, we didn't set up the cargo bus. We gotta do that right now. So let's buy in the depot. Let's buy... Maybe... I think we could just get away with one carriage for now. And then... Oh, we need to get a new line. Okay. My mistake. Set up a new line. Between here and... that and that. And this is going to be called Road Right. XMX Oil City. Oil City. And then we're going to buy, oh, did I already buy it? That one cargo? I don't think I did. I did buy it. Okay, and now you go to RFXMXO City. And we're going to have to start off with just one, and we're going to calculate how much we actually need, because it's going to tell us with the line settings, it's going to tell us right here. Okay, this has a frequency of 4 minutes. Okay, and then the train has a frequency of 8 minutes. And the train is going to bring us 35. Remember, it's half. And then we can take 4 in 4 minutes. So we actually need more. So this is going to allow us to take 8 in 8 minutes. And we need 35. So we need 3 times more. So we need 3 vehicles instead of 1. So let's buy 2 more. And off we go. 1, 2. Place it to the RF, and now that should change the speed. 75 seconds, yeah, that'll be it. That kind of, and you can see they already prepped all the oil, so the oil tanks are just waiting here for us to take it. So let's drive with the train again, a little bit faster, and you can just kind of watch. You can see the refinery over there. You can see the oil will kind of the machines moving, and I love the way. Did you see the small sort of tanks there? Like if it's a small amount, you can see the small tanks, and if it's a big amount, then it kind of changes into this kind of like a huge thing. Yeah, these little tiny things. That's really, really cool. So we take up about half of it. Yeah, that's okay. We're filled up to 70 now, and we're starting to move now. We'll see how fast we go now that we're actually fully loaded up, because that added some weight. So we'll see. We'll see how fast. And whether it's going to make us money eventually. Going fairly slowly, but remember on the way back we'll go fairly quickly because we have like half the load, so that should help us. Look at these little birds. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I love that. It gives you that extra tooltip. That's really cool. The birds are flying above you. Now we could also go into the first person mode with the train, so let's do that, and we can watch ourselves drive. Ooh. So because we didn't need to stop in the station in this direction, we're actually not slowing down. Really cool tip, by the way. When you can see that other train over there, that train is going so fast. I mean, it's half half as big, so of course it goes a bit better. You can see a little hawk flying above us. Alright, let's just slow down a bit. We should be going into the station anytime now. We're slowing down because we're gonna go in. I'm not quite sure why. So this one's kind of, you know, waiting there. This is nothing to carry, but now we're going to bring our very first things. I might actually just reverse it so it doesn't like go pointlessly to the other side. To be fair, I don't know if they process it that quickly, so. But you can watch it. We're gonna unload it, and now this is going to take all of the oil over here, and it starts running this refinery. And it's going to start our production. Now you can see production, shipping, and transport. So production is how many units have been sort of produced. Shipping, how many units have been shipped away, or at least like prepared here towards the station. You can see we already have some of the regular oil ready over here. Actually, I'm going to turn you around now. Okay, turn around there. And this transport is actually a percentage of how many things are actually getting transported away, because if you take too long to grab things that are ready, people can steal it and then you're actually unable to get it. So that's really cool feature. It's kind of fun and I guess interesting. I like it. And then if you have enough sort of like requirement for production and consumption, you can level up and it's going to make more stuff faster for you, which I think is quite nice. So this is currently going empty, so it's not really making me that much money yet. Though we did get quite a lot of money just from selling off the crude oil that we have, but it would make me extra money on this way back here. And now we first watch this one. I'm just going to grab all the stuff. 35 of that. And off we go. And it's going to go off. Now another thing we would like to look at is actually, oh, this is actually interesting. So the time, so the shorter one is taking only 5 minutes. So it's going to be here twice by the time this big one comes. So actually we could have it either with half capacity again, or we should have 2 of these big trains. to carry the same stuff as this one small one, because it's just so much faster. So actually we probably could have gone with the triangle and make the small one carry it through, but I think it's gonna be okay. This one's coming back. Empty. Have at least 300 cargo items waiting at a train station. Yeah, got stuff waiting here. Lots of stuff waiting here. So we really could get away with one of these trains. Another one of these trains, I should say. Then we'd have half the thing. So we could think about that. We could sort of double this track and do that if you'd like. Would be interesting. Because we could easily borrow the money. Like, I mean, that's not a problem. And I think we might do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's borrow the money. We're going to borrow. I guess we'll borrow to the full 10 million. Let's do it. And first thing we gotta do is we gotta double the track. We're going to have to watch out for the signals as well here. So let's double the track. Like so. Now on the way there we don't need the station, so we can just go through here. Now we gotta remember that this second line is actually not connected to the station. If we later want to stop there, we're going to need to change that. And then we can just like go through this. Actually, how are we gonna do this? We could just connect up here and kind of wait there. Because with the depot, it's going to be a little confusing, I think. You just go straight through like this. Yeah, I think we might just do it like this. So we need to add a signal on the right here. And that one's just going to go straight through. And then we're going to have a couple signals, let's say, just kind of in the middle. In case they're kind of behind each other, they have a bit of a clear path. And we need... Oh, actually, this signal was supposed to be here. So let's just remove this one. Not necessary. And we add a couple more signals in this direction, just there. Yeah, that seems okay. Maybe one. Oh, one there. And we're going to build ourselves a new train. So, and also we should probably add a signal maybe here. So we're going to get a brand new vehicle with 1 locomotive and 10 tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Buy it, and we'll put it onto the crude oil fuel Xenex line. Off we go. Now this is the best time for it to go, because this is the time that the other train is just at that station, so they're exactly going opposite of each other, which is the best for our production. Come on, go. And you can see it coming right here. I'm going to repay a little bit, so we're going to be at a minus money, but I like to do it so we don't have to pay so much interest. We're going to go into minus for a little while, but that's alright. You can see it moving in. Just drive with it. It'd actually be fun to kind of watch it as they sort of pass each other, because I quite like that. Now we're moving in. That train is nowhere near to actually be worried about us and to have to stop or something, but definitely going to make us a bit more money this way. Good, the fastest speed actually. And watch ourselves go. Like I said, this game is just incredible, and I love that we can see it over there. And we're going to be passing each other right just next to the city, which is actually perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So we would stop here, but we've got nothing. And we can just say, hello! Hey man! Hey! How are you doing? Did you have a good day? Yeah, I'm having a great day. How about you? Even better. Something. They talk to each other. How much do we have waiting? 283. That's really, really good. And now we should have, yeah, 5-6 minutes. That's okay. So now actually it's right that this is like half the size. Now this is going empty. Why? I guess it wasn't ready then. Nothing's ready here either. Yeah, that's because it was too slow. But now it's moving. We could potentially tell this train to wait at either side for full capacity. But I don't think it's going to be necessary. Now that we have sort of sorted out the timelines, it should be alright. I really enjoy watching this. It's my favorite thing in this game. Just kind of drive the trains, and it's actually profitable now, but it's just this train, it's not the whole line, and we're gonna get a little bit of extra money here now that we can place another hole of crude oil. Okay, all 70 there. Let's go. Put it in. Make me all the money in the world. Yes. 327,000 just for that delivery. And off we go. And then this train is going to grab all this little cool stuff. Where is it? Right here. And it's going to carry it for me so that then my big trains can just carry it back, and we're just going to make so much money. All the money in the world will be mine. And that's why the city is called Xemex All City, because we have so much money there. Like, it started off just like, you know, just like it was like a one house for one guy named Xemex. It's just like, I have a great idea. I'm just going to create an oil train line. I'm just going to make all the money. He bought all the oil wells. He bought all the refineries. And then, you know, then he just sort of invited his family once he got a little bit richer. And then there were like the people working in the train station just became the city, you know. And like, in his honor, we gotta name it Xemex All City. I mean, he named it himself. Well, I did, because now I'm in control of the city. I control everything. Alright, let's see if we can make some money over here on this train. Because for so far, this train has just been really negative. But now, how much is this going to give me? I'm curious. So 110,000 just to carry it here. And then this big train is going to take it. Yeah, it's already here. Perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. The 5 minutes is really, really good. It's great timing. And now this is actually, instead of going empty back, it's going to take the stuff, 33 out of 35, and can make money even on the way back, which is epic. So we have settled that up. Now, next thing we don't have settled here is the cargo now, I think, because if you look at this, if you calculate, I like math, okay? I know, like, you don't need to calculate it, just to be clear. You can just, like, guess it. But I like math, so it's what we are going to do on this channel. Because that's how. Alright, so I don't know why I'm like slightly aggressive. This game is super sweet, there's no need for that, but you know, whatever, never mind. So we have cargo in Xemex, RF Xemex All City, 60 seconds, so per minute, 12 per minute, so per the 6 minute we do, for the 5 minutes, we do 60. And they should carry around 70 in those 5 minutes, so we could get away with one extra cargo train, but I don't think we need to. And I'll tell you why we don't need to. It's because, remember that this automatically supplies part of this town, so it should theoretically take the cargo from the station, move it to here, and then move it to there. So we actually don't need that many trains as it might seem. At least I hope so. So we're gonna actually look at that, and we should get 33, and we're gonna see how much do we actually get at this station, because I don't think it's going to be as much as we think it's going to be. There is one train here. It's kind of... Is it going to go all up to... It went to 29. Okay, so it actually did went up to full, so it doesn't automatically go into there. Thought it would. Okay. It just automatically grabs it from here, but doesn't automatically distribute. Alright, never mind. So we need that one extra thing. Alright, I'll buy it. Let's do it. We'll place it onto the RF Xemex All City. And I think we're going to end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. And in the next one, we make sure that we have the right ratios for these little train lines between Salty and Xemex All City. Xemex All City is actually losing money here. Nobody wants to move within the city. I think we need some extra stop more in the middle. I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't, but we might add some there just to kind of help out the people. And then we're going to add some extra train or boat line or something. We'll see. So I'll see you there. We're going to write top to watch, and I'm going to write bottom to watch my train and hours. I'll see you there. Bye bye.